Hello and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 31. I'm your host tonight, Agreener, as normal, and I've got a couple guests with me. Brand new to the podcast. We have Falacy here, and we've got good old tried, tested, and true Mister Wrecked. How's everyone doing?
Doing good.
I'm here.
Excited to be here.
I'm here. Yeah, I've seen some of your comments in Discord. I know you're having a rough time with Destiny right now. Wrecked. I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
But we start off this podcast typically by talking about other things other than Destiny, unless the only thing you've done all week is play Destiny, which sometimes happens, but not always. So I'm just going to kick this off with what have we been doing in the gaming world for the last 7 days or so. Wrecked, you got anything? If you've been hating Destiny, you must be playing something else.
I've been sitting in orbit a lot and thinking about playing Destiny and ultimately saying, fuck this bitch Eris. I don't want to go run on her little errands because her season sucks, just like last season.
Oh, damn. All right. Anything else? Or you've just been sitting in orbit?
My homie that I've been playing Halo with is on vacation with his wife for this week and next week, so I haven't had a chance to get back to the legendary
Halo campaign?
Halo playthroughs. But,
you still in Halo 1?
No. Okay. We're in Halo. We're in the middle of Halo 2, which is better than Halo 1 because the gameplay is better, but worse because on legendary difficulty in Halo 2, they have the Iron Skull turned on by default, which means if either one of the players die, you reset from the last checkpoint.
Oof.
And on legendary difficulty, it's real easy to die, especially in especially in missions that have a lot of jackal snipers, because those bitches will one-shot you.
Nice.
All the time. So
that sounds terrible, but amazing.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's a section where you're playing as the Arbiter, and they're like, "Here's a sword. Good luck." But even grunts take more than one sword hit to kill on that difficulty.
Damn. Bullet sponge. That's terrible.
Yeah. Feels great. Sword of grunt hits you with a plasma grenade, and then it's all over. Mm-hmm. Perfect. But yeah.
All right, sounds fun. You, what have you been doing? What have you been up to, Falacy?
I just finally beat Baldur's Gate 3 the other day, it was such a good game. It was like one of those games where I was actually sad it was over. It was so good. The ending was awesome. The ending that I got at least. And it took me about 45 hours to complete that playthrough. Definitely one of the coolest games I've ever played. And after I did that, I started in grinding on the new season and trying to figure out a build for day one. Tried going Strand, and then obviously Weavewalk got disabled, and then I'm going Solar Welllock, just to be a team player, even though I hate it.
Nice. That's good. Yeah. I would have forced it anyway.
Yeah, probably. So I just figured I'd do everyone a favor and just run a fucking Welllock.
I think we got a couple wells. Or Warlocks at least, so.
I'm sure we're going to need every one of them. And obviously I'm pretty excited about Starfield. I'm more excited about our bet because I'm more confident than ever that I'm gonna win it.
You see, it got a review. It just got a 7 from IGN.
Yeah, but it's got so many other. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Fuck! No way.
Yeah, it did.
That's good.
Its Metacritic is a bit higher, but than that. But yeah, I chuckled.
IGN gave Baldur's Gate a 10 out of 10. So.
Yep. I sure did.
Yeah. I mean, if Baldur's Gate wins Game of the Year, then neither of us win the bet. But
that's true.
But fuck that. I'm still thinking about that. That sucks.
It's only one publication, and the way IGN does reviews is they it's not a review from multiple people. So this is one person's opinion from that publication. They write their review, and it gets accepted.
Yeah, that's That's fair. I mean, but I've heard other reviewers from IGN say it's like the best game ever. So I don't know. I've seen multiple reviewers say that. So
Yeah, that's like I said. Its Metacritic is currently it's much higher than a 7, but it's not like a 96 like Baldur's Gate. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate is a masterpiece. You know, it really is.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, we just had a bet. He was he wanted to he bet before the game was even out, so I chuckled at it in my head. We were arguing one time in Discord, and just I said, I was like, no shot that Starfield beats Tears of the Kingdom for Game of the Year. So we made a bet on it, and if I lose, then I have to wear a hat. I think that says, what does it say?
Yeah, the hat will say "Fallacy is daddy" on stream, and if I lose, I give you $500. So you took the bet pretty quick. Yeah.
Oh,
that was
man.
before anybody really knew anything about Starfield, so it was really dumb on my part. But I was really confident, and now I'm kind of not. So.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky, and Baldur's Gate will beat Tears of the Kingdom. So.
I don't know if luck is going to be involved, man. Baldur's Gate is a really good fucking game.
They both have a 96.5 on Metacritic, just so you know. So they are tied in people's opinions of the games. And I'm not going to say anything, but there's a lot of controversy on the internet right now regarding the quality drop of Act 3 in Baldur's Gate.
I really liked Act 3. It was kind of I'm not going to spoil anything here, but
that's good. I haven't got that far.
Yeah, Act 3 is kind of just a bunch of, I want to say it's a bunch of boss fights, really. That's what it is. And the whole game is like a progression leading up to like boss fights for each of your companions that were on the journey with you.
Sure.
Whoever you chose to do it. And I thought they were all pretty good.
All I've heard, and it's only me reading it. I haven't gotten Act 3 or anything, but it's just basically what the general consensus is there's a noticeable drop in quality in Act 3.
I don't know. I would actually, whoever said that, I would definitely disagree.
A lot of people. Go on Twitter.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll put it this way. Act 1 and Act 2 took me 25 hours to complete, and Act 3 took me the same amount of time to do, 20 hours. So
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't gotten that far, so I don't have any opinion on it.
Yeah. I would actually say Act 2 is my least favorite act, and it was still really good. So
cool.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay. So I'm gonna hop into what I was doing, which is playing Destiny. That's really it. Did I play anything else? I played some Tears of the Kingdom. That's right. Yeah, baby. That game is the best. Game of the year. Game of the year. No. I've been playing Destiny. I've been trying to do some Vex incursions. I was trying to get Stronghold, but the gods didn't like me, and it doesn't matter because Banner of War was disabled for day 1. So I don't need Stronghold anyway. So we're good. But yeah, that shit is so easy to get exotics that you don't have. God damn. Thanks to Gato, I know. Like, I don't usually say that very often, but like that, our bot broke. Our Vex incursion bot broke. Like, I don't know, like a month after Lightfall dropped, and I didn't care that much because I wasn't doing them. I was just like, whatever, it's no big deal. Anyway, it's just like a week ago or a little over a week ago, he fixed it, and I decided to turn the ping on, and then I was just like hopping in, and because I remember I did it when it launched, and that shit was fucking damn near impossible to do when Lightfall first launched because we were all under light. Neo Muna Patrol Zone was like super high light level, and we were all just getting smashed in the face by those Vex, those Minotaurs or whatever the hell they are, I forget. So in my brain, I was just thinking, it's like, that's the same. It's the same. It's whatever. But last week I decided to go into them, and then boom, you finish them like 5 minutes. You got a free exotic and a bunch of other shit. And I was like, and it's exotics that you don't have yet. So yeah, I've got my moth gloves the other day. I was going through and getting some of the warlock stuff I don't have, and And the Titan stuff I don't have, and now moved my way up in the world with both those characters, even though I don't play them. But, I mean, it's nice to have all the exotics. So, I've been doing that. I really haven't been focusing on a day one build. I'll figure it out. And then, yeah, Tears. I played some Tears. That's it. I didn't turn anything else on this week. So, and I've been thinking about watching the One Piece live action, but I don't know.
I think I'm gonna try it out now. Now that you said it's pretty good. So.
It's just comment sections. I don't know. It could be a bunch of idiots don't not know what they're talking about, or it could be really good for fans of the series. I'm not entirely sure. But I've never watched the series, so I don't particularly care. I'm just gonna watch, whatever it is, 8 or 10 episodes. Typically what these things are, and
you can't
if
just
I like it, I like it.
You can't just jump into One Piece animation because there's approximately 4,736 episodes. It will literally take you years to watch all of it.
1,086, and it's the best anime. Do you even watch anime, Green?
No, I watch like Western anime typically. If I watch anime, like I really liked the Cyberpunk anime, and I really liked the League of Legends anime, Arcane. They were really good, but they're Western style animes. Like, back in the day when I was in college, I watched an anime called Ranma Half that I really liked. It was really funny, but that's the only like real Japanese like anime that I feel like I've ever watched, short of a movie called Paprika, which was actually really good as well.
Have you seen Invincible or that one anime by Critical Role on Amazon?
Vox Machina?
Yeah, it's really good.
No.
They're both amazing. Invincible and Vox Machina are both amazing Western animes that you should watch if you like that stuff.
They both have cohesive stories without any of the nonsense that pops up in most bullshit anime, like, I don't know, Demon Slayer garbage.
There's no gratuitous underage nudity, right?
There's no gratuitous lolly sex. No.
Okay, good. I'll watch it if there's none of that.
None of that. So.
I hate that shit so fucking much, and it's so embarrassing. Well, if I was sitting in a room that I never thought anybody would walk into ever, I might be okay with watching something like that. But I can't sit in my living room, my wife walk in, and some fucking 4-year-old's getting railed into the... I know she's not 4. She's 100 million years old or something, but she looks like a 4-year-old.
Oh, bro. Stop. Don't walk down this path, please.
Why? I can't
You're going to get me fired up. It's fucking weird if you watch it. Listen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Any of you weebs that are watching right now, if you ever fucking tell me it doesn't matter that she looks like she's 6 because she's a 300-year-old dragon, you're a fucking weirdo perv pedo. Stop watching that shit and go seek help. Thank you.
In all fairness, there's none of that in One Piece.
Okay.
None of that weird.
I'm still not going to watch 1,000 episodes of an anime, so...
Listen, Falacy, here's Rex's rules for watching anime.
Okay.
Number 1, no lollies. Okay. Number 2, little to zero romance. Number 3, no gratuitous humor. That's basically all anime. It's all gone. It's all out.
Define gratuitous humor. Like too much humor?
Humor that's there for no reason. For instance, Demon Slayer was great up until the blonde character showed up, and he was whiny all the time. And then it was ruined because it's gratuitous nonsense humor. It's just annoying.
Okay, here's the thing. One Piece fits all your rules, man.
No, One Piece is full of gratuitous nonsense humor.
It is, but it actually makes you laugh, though.
No, it doesn't. It makes me cringe.
Oh my god.
Like most anime.
All right, that's fair. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of anime. I've watched a few anime in my life, and I've liked most of them. I just have trouble when there's gratuitous sexuality. Like, I don't need that. And it's in a lot of anime. And I say that, and there was a ton, actually, in Cyberpunk, but I still liked it. So, I mean, I guess... it just depends.
It's not to say I don't watch anime. Like, stuff like Cowboy Bebop, I'll watch. right? Cowboy Bebop's great. Hellsing, great. Evangelion, it borders on the weird because there's some weird sexuality in there. But if you're high when you watch it, it makes more sense. So
hold on.
you know,
It doesn't just border on the lolly sexuality. It fully embraces it, and it's practically in every fucking episode.
All right.
So-
it's not the same. It's
So
not the same as some things that people have suggested to me. I've turned on, and I'm like, somebody's about to actually rail this character, and I can't stand it.
All right. What was that one you were just talking about? I want to know what to avoid. The one that Rex said he liked, but the one that
Evangelion?
Fallacy...
You don't want to watch Evangelion. It's a fucking mind trip.
Okay.
It is a mind trip. You should definitely not watch it when you're high. It'll fuck you up.
I don't get high,
yes.
so that's not a problem.
It explores like it's more philosophical than anything else. I would say, and on like morality and things like that and human existence. It's a
and it just gets weirder and weirder the longer it goes on. It starts off as this is a mecha action anime, and by the end, you have no idea what the hell is going on. It's fucking bizarre. Literally, somebody was on an LSD trip when they wrote this shit.
Oh yeah, big
All
time.
right.
I really like Gundam though. Well, only a few of them, not all of them. Like Gundam 00 is really fucking good. I like that one a lot.
All right, I will say some Gundam is good.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna hit the brekes. This is not an anime podcast. I did want to ask you one question, Wrecked, because you said you didn't do anything other than sit in orbit. Have you not been playing fucking From Software mechs?
Rubicon?
What's it? Yeah, Rubicon.
Armored Core? No.
Oh, okay. Is it
I've
just
been
not
following
good?
my typical pattern of buying single player games. I get them. I either don't start them or I play one mission and then I never touch them again.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Wait, did From Software come out with another game?
Armored Core 6.
They
dropped
released
a
Armored
couple
Core
weeks ago.
6. Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And it is very much not Armored Core. It is very much Souls.
Well, I've been seeing on the internet a lot of people buying it, thinking it's a From Software game, and they're like, "What the fuck are these mechs?"
The Armored Core community itself is pissed because it is not Armored Core like old Armored Core games.
And From
It
Software fans are pissed that it's not a Souls game. Trust
It
me.
is 100% a Souls game.
Okay, well, I don't know. From what I've seen, I wouldn't call it that either. But I mean, I haven't played it, so I'll hold my judgment for when it's free one day on PlayStation Plus, and then I'll pick it up.
The only distinction between Armored Core as a Souls game and other Souls games is that the enemies you meet between bosses are generally not dangerous like they can be in Souls games. Like, just random shit can just destroy you in a Souls game. That's probably not going to happen in Armored Core. They basically give you an easy pass up until you get to the boss, and then they ramp it up to like new game plus for the boss like every time.
You said the only thing, but I mean, every Souls game has you fighting enemies with swords and bows and arrows, and
the Souls genre does not necessarily denote fantasy. There are lots of Souls-like games that are sci-fi, or even that have mechs in them.
Okay, first of all, Souls isn't an actual genre. It's just something we've given games that are like From Software games. It's just like
Souls-like is absolutely a genre.
It's not a real genre, though. It's like saying Metroidvania is a genre. It's not. It's just games that mimic the most popular versions of them.
But they have completely, because it's a genre, because they have an entirely different set of like play style and how the game is played. That's a genre.
What you just described, Agreener, is a genre of games.
It's a genre on Steam. It's like Souls-like.
Yeah, I get that, but that's
anybody
those
who
are
bought
those
Armored
are
Core,
action adventure games. They're not.
Anybody who bought Armored Core and got mad because it wasn't swords and wizards is a fucking moron.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand what you're saying. There's mechs right on the cover.
Yeah,
Okay.
but You'd be surprised how dumb like generic gamers are. Like all they see is From Software. They don't know anything else, and they just buy it because they're like, "Ooh, another Elden Ring." And then they get in there and they start playing Armored Core, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
All right,
Because
well,
think about like the current order of. Okay, so we got Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, uh, Elden Ring, that samurai game,
Sekiro.
Sekiro, like, and then Armored Core 6. And I'm
Mhm.
probably
Well, I mean,
I'm probably missing one or two in there somewhere.
yeah. I mean, From Software doesn't only put out Souls likes,
I understand.
right?
They've put out a lot of stuff. It's like saying I don't know why this popped into my head, but it's like people getting mad at Rockstar's table tennis because it's not GTA.
What do you mean I can't kill a hooker in this table tennis game?
It's probably true though. It's probably true. Probably people bought it. Yeah, it's the same thing. Anyway, it's just what I see on the internet. I can't help how stupid it sounds. Like I'm just repeating the things that I've looked at.
It sounds real stupid. Armored Core is action game up until bosses. Then it's like Sekiro and Souls had a baby and spit it out. Only the baby's giant and ready to fuck your shit up. That's all.
Sekiro and Bloodborne are the best Souls games, just so everyone knows. Yeah.
Elden Ring is the best Souls game ever made.
Elden Ring is actually fourth. It goes Bloodborne, Sekiro, Demon Souls, Elden Ring.
In what world is Sekiro
In what
better
world? One that, first of all, probably played all of the games that I just said, unlike you. So you don't get to tell me which one's better. I know that you just jumped into Souls-like games with Elden Ring, so...
Yeah, that's true. But Elden Ring got Game of the Year. Like, it can't... Sekiro wasn't even close.
Sekiro won Game of the Year!
Oh, it did?
Yes!
Fuck.
Sekiro is one of the best Souls games that ever put out there. And it reshuffled the genre and its boss mechanics in particular, which is why it was so good.
It was incredible.
I'm surprised you have Demon Souls on that list, considering it's considered to be like the lowest effort and easiest one of them to get through.
It was the first one. You got to give them a little credit. It changed the genre though. That's why it's so high up on my list. It was
all right. That's fair.
I played Demon Souls on PlayStation 3 long before any of these Dark Souls games came out, or long before it became meta and popular to play Soulsborne games. This is what I call them because Bloodborne. Not Souls-like. I like Soulsborne. It's better. I don't know why. And the remake for PlayStation 5 that was done by Bluepoint. Oh my god, it's so fucking good. I know it's simpler when you think about it and in comparison to the Dark Souls and those types of stuff, but I love the game. And maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe it's nostalgia for me that puts it so high up on the list. And I really liked Elden Ring. Don't get me wrong. It was fun. But after a while... like all of the like little cave things, repetitive. It doesn't matter if there's 100 of them if it's the same fucking thing over and over and over again. Yes, taking the main path and then getting to the city and then doing the quest and then getting to the other city at the end of the game. Spoilers. That was beautiful and magnificent and great. But you could do that fairly quickly. And what a lot of people gave the game credit for was how vast and open it was and all the secrets that you could find and all of these caves and bosses that were just repeats of other bosses from somewhere else in the game. So
I mean, it's an open world game, so that's like a common thing that open world games suffer from.
My point was I didn't grovel over that stuff as much as the rest of the internet did.
Yeah.
And which is why I like Demon Souls. I love that they have a tendency or world tendency system that's really cool that I really enjoy, and I wish they used it more in some of their other Souls games, but they don't because it's complicated. There's the way it is if you there's 5 main worlds in Demon Souls, and then each one has 3 or 4 different areas inside of it. And you can do these. You can do all the stuff that when you're in there, and if you kill a bunch of bosses without dying, your world tenacity gets closer to light. And then you get bonus things appear in the world, bonus enemies, bonus bosses, and that type of stuff. So you can only do it if you're doing really well. So you learn eventually, and then you get to New Game Plus, and you start over again if like your tenacity is too dark. That way you can get all these new things that are in the game. So it makes New Game Plus enjoyable because you get better at the game, so you can increase the tenacity of these of the world, so you can see all the secrets and stuff. But it also goes in the opposite direction. The more you die in Demon Souls, the harder the game gets. I don't know why I love the concept of that, but I just love how From Software is like, you know what? All you people that say you need easy games, go fuck yourself. They really just give you the middle finger in Demon Souls, because the darker your world tenacity gets, the harder enemies get. And then if you get it all the way down to the bottom, you get new enemies and new bosses appear in the middle of levels that drop other loots and like new loots and new weapons and stuff. But they're so much harder than anything else. And they'll chase you through the whole level. They're like, fucking die, motherfucker. I'm coming for you. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, Demon Souls, sick game. And they fixed it with the remake because you can, you weren't able to like co-op in the original. You could, but only if you were 10 levels apart. You could drop your soul stone and somebody could go and just randomly see it as long as you were 10 levels apart. But they used the system for Elden Ring for the Demon Souls remake, where you could just put a code in, and then anybody that knew the code, so you could LFG on like Discord, you could co-op. So that made the game much better than the original version, PS3 version. Anyway, Demon Souls, really good. Especially PS5 version. Beautiful. Oh, and there's one of the... Sorry, we kind of get stuck on this. This is what happens when I get excited about a game, and I really like it. But one of the bosses automatically pulls in a PvP player from another world.
That's pretty cool.
So... basically, yeah, you get to the boss in this level, and you have to fight another player. And if you can't beat them, too fucking bad. And it's always a random person, so you might get lucky and get somebody that's really bad at the game. Sorry. But you usually get PvP players that camp in that area, so they get pulled into the boss fight, so they can kick the shit out of you. I know I'm not selling the game with this, but I love that concept. I love the concept.
All right, note to self: Greener likes random people coming into his games and beating the shit out of him. You fucking masochist.
Oh no, I'm one of the people that sits in that area, so I get pulled in to the game, or pulled into someone else's game, so I can kick the shit out of them. That's me right there. Yeah. I love that stuff. All right, let's get into the Destiny stuff. Sorry, we got sidetracked with that soul stuff. Sorry, I keep coughing. Trying to mute my mic every time. It doesn't always work. So we should go over the Destiny 2 update, and then we'll quickly go for the TWID. I didn't take too much look at the TWID. I scrolled through it. I was busy today building my fence and dying to more concrete dust exposure, which was nice.
Just give yourself a little popcorn lung. It's good for you.
Yeah. So we'll learn the TWID together, but I did scroll through it and there wasn't a lot of stuff in it other than pertaining to the day one stuff. So I didn't look at this at all. So let's see if there's anything interesting. We'll learn it together. So this was Destiny 2 update 7202. Activities. Crucible. They rolled back changes to spawn points in Control and Clash to their state before Season 21. Okay, so I didn't know about this, but I remember them saying they were going to add more spawn points for that. Did it just like completely break the game or what?
They were adding the spawn points in to get people into the action more quickly because things were you're being spawned too far away and it was taking too much time. But what ultimately happened is you were spawning close to the action, all right, so close that you spawned and were dead.
So people are getting a spawn killed a lot more in Crucible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Didn't they add like a extra shield to as spawn protection?
Doesn't matter.
It wasn't
the spawn
enough?
animation takes so long that you're just dead. You pop up into the air and you hit the ground and then you die, and the cycle repeats because sometimes it would just respawn you right in the exact same spot.
That shit's hilarious. Oh, that's too bad. Okay, so we got some seasonal fixes here. Fix an issue where player joining another could block progression during mission invoke. That sounds like it sucks, but it never happened to me, so I'm glad they fixed it. Fix an issue where the weekly challenge completion on screen message was missing text. Fucking Bungie, man.
Classic
Bungie. And then fix an issue where the Ascension 8 card would increase the rate of Scorch too fast. So it was just too strong?
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad. I don't know what Falacy's doing. He's going outside.
He's putting on a jacket.
I'm cold.
Oh, okay. All right. You're allowed to walk away. You didn't have to take the...
Agreener and I just sitting here in our recording areas like YouTubers. Meanwhile, Falacy's doing an IRL stream in the middle of the podcast.
I don't have a webcam for my desktop. I've never needed one, so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
mean, I'm a cartoon, whatever.
Yeah,
I'm on
it's
my
true.
MacBook right now for that I use for school.
Rex stuff's the best. I love you'll see it sometimes on the podcast, but sometimes his dog will bark and his avatar will bark at the same. We'll talk at the same time. It's the best. It's the best thing in the world. So that's why I love his avatar. That's literally the only reason.
That's funny.
It's amazing. All right, so armor. There's some armor fixes, I guess, here. Let's see if there's anything I knew about. Fix an issue where Luminous Void Shader and Warped some other shader were not properly applying okay, didn't know it was happening. Cool. Fix an issue where Titans using Pyrogale gauntlets could start their one-off Burning Maul super and then switch to Syntheseps to oh, that was that big massive damage thing that was going around. Yeah,
because Pyrogale makes it so your Burning Maul does a single strike, right? That fires off some little tornadoes that cause consecration or whatever.
Even though that shader's locked behind a paywall, I actually really like it. It's pretty awesome.
Which one? Luminous Void?
Yeah,
or Warp Rackus?
No, the Luminous Void one. Is the other one also behind a paywall?
I don't know.
The Luminous Void one is for sure behind a paywall. It's a bundle with a
Monarch,
ornament.
right?
Yeah, and
the new one.
Yeah, and a ghost projection as well. But I only bought it for the shader, and it's pretty awesome. I don't know if it's worth the money or not.
Don't they release those shaders at the end of the season for Bright Dust? Didn't they do that last season?
They did this.
There's no
this
guarantee.
Season, we got the ones that from the very first packages 2 seasons ago.
Oh, okay, so it would be 6 months from now. All right, never mind. I'm still not gonna buy a package of anything to get a shader. I refuse.
I did because I'm a sucker, and
oh, I know you buy $20,000 fucking Star Citizenships, weirdo.
Let's just say I'm the ideal Bungie consumer.
Yeah, that's
for all their bullshit. So,
were you gonna say something, Wrecked? I interrupted you.
No, if you guys unless you guys are done talking about shaders.
I'm done talking about shaders.
All right. So people would switch to the Syntheseps after launching their Burning Maul because as long as they got them on before the Maul hit, it would apply the 200% Syntheseps damage to the super, right? So they made this fix, and after they made it, I proceeded to head to Twitter and to the Bungie forums and to Reddit, and there were a ridiculous number of people that were mad about this quote nerf to the exotic. I'm like, in what world is this interaction ever intended and therefore possibly a nerf? It was broken. If you didn't think it was broken, you're a fucking moron.
You heard it here first, Internet. If you're mad that they fixed that obviously broken interaction, you're a fucking idiot. Go get your brain checked.
When they fix malfeasance with overload and you're all pissed off, you're also going to be a stupid bitch.
I mean, malfeasance is still strong with Lucky Pants, even without that overload buff. Like, what those people... Like, I get it. If it's awesome right now to be able to use that and you see the extra damage, but, like, it's still a really strong gun, especially in anything with taken enemies in it. Like, I don't know, whatever. People can
Listen,
complain.
I love abusing the glitches like anybody else, but when it's obvious something is a glitch, don't get pissed off when they get around to fixing it, because you know it's going to get fixed. It's just a matter of time.
Malfeasance didn't get disabled for the raid.
Well,
they disabled the overload mods, though.
They disabled the hand cannon overload mod, which was what was causing the interaction.
Okay.
Yep. It's still strong, though, with Lucky Pants, so it still might be good to use, but it seems unlikely because it's not taking enemies, it's Hive.
I've never really used Malfeasance. I'm not a hand cannon.
Malfeasance with Lucky Pants in Disgraced is the best way to do that GM, hands down. You can get 80k shots, hand cannon shots on the boss. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You should give hand cannons a try. After the changes at the start of the season, they actually are feeling a lot better in PvE.
Well, I just threw on my Sunshot for the Solar Warlock build. Pretty good, but I haven't even touched PvP since I got back. I've been grinding out. So was the change to increase the light level of everybody in your party to the highest person's light level? Is that a change that was implemented this season, or is that next season?
No, I think that might even be final shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a while from now. You won't see that for a bit. Why, you didn't want to grind anymore? Make everyone else do it for you?
No, I've actually been grinding specifically to get to 1820 so that everybody else would be 1820 when we went into day one tomorrow.
Just so you know, we're capped at 1790 tomorrow.
Yep.
So.
Wow. Okay. I feel like I just wasted a long.
You should read the stuff for day one a little bit more thoroughly.
I really should.
They made that very clear that we were all going to be capped at 1790 for the raid.
Listen, the important piece are the friends you made along the way.
I did meet a couple of guys because it's so hard when you deposit those powerful ritual offerings or whatever. Like sometimes I'll be running them and I'll just get in there with some complete morons that that are horrible. And I actually found a group of guys that we were just started knocking them out. And we ended up being in a fire team together and had fun for a couple hours. It was pretty cool. So thanks, Wrecked. I met some friends along the way.
Did you invite them to Shrouded?
No, they were already a part of a big clan called Yes! Exclamation point. I'm not sure what it is, but they were
not as good as Shrouded.
Probably not.
Is any clan?
I'd like to think not, but you know, this is really petty of me. But whenever
Agreener.
No, but
this was an easy alley oop to you, and you're fumbling it.
I know I'm fumbling it, but whenever I look on like the recruitment forum and any other mega clan has more upvotes than us, I automatically assume that they just have a tighter community because people actually listen to them. So I get triggered sometimes when I see like there's a mega clan called Ward. They're really good at being able to get upvotes. And there's this new one that came out of nowhere. I don't know who the fuck they are. Maybe they just changed their name. But they're getting like 120, 130. And I get so triggered by that because I'm looking at like how many people are on our staff server, and we have like 150, 160, and I'm like, how can we not get 160 upvotes? It makes me so mad that even staff don't do it.
Don't we typically do really like consistently do really well on those?
The
though?
only time we can get 100 is if I offer an incentive for it, and I even offered a Nerf Gallahorn ornament and the Nerf Gallahorn emblem that only comes if you buy the Nerf Gallahorn, because I've got 2 of them. If we get to 125 upvotes on the last post, and we only got to 68.
Jesus.
68. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. 11,000 people in our Discord, and we got 68.
Is that including whatever downvotes are going around?
It doesn't.
It's a thing right now.
It doesn't, but if you go, you can go and you can look at how many downvotes that you have with a code that... It's a little bot that I worked on a couple years ago with the Apex Deft leader, which is another mega community. So we could look at how many downvotes we have. And it's usually only about 60 or 70% of the upvotes that you have. But it's every clan. It's every clan gets hit. You can check any post you want, and it's always 60 or 70, 60 or 70, depending. Like if you've only got 25. Yeah, no, it's usually pretty high. Yeah, I guess it's an average. So either way, if I look at it, sure, we would have got like 120 or whatever it is, but that other clan would have got 180, you know? So it's because they get downvoted too. You know, so anyway, I know that's such a... It's a weird thing to judge the community on, but to me sometimes I look at that and I'd be like, damn it, fuck.
I mean, 1,100 people, like
11,000.
Okay.
Maybe we should make a server role that can go to the clan with the most every week, the one with the most interactions every week.
It's too hard to track, dude. People don't want to keep doing that shit. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's not a huge deal. We get enough to usually be up at the top of the list for about 18 or 19 hours. But if we get like 150, that like gives us a good 48 hours right on the top. That's what my goal always is, but we could never hit that. Back in the good old days, like when Destiny first launched, when Forsaken launched, when Shadowkeep launched, there was the player base was a lot bigger and recruitment was higher. We used to get 300 or 400, and now it's just people hate the game. They don't care. It's all right though. We ask every 2 days, so I can also understand that. There's been people with the community for 2 or 3 years that have been asked every second day for the last 700 days. So maybe they're tired of doing it. But I've made the recruitment posts. Well, Good Saint was doing it for a while. So I guess I got a nice break. But now I'm back to doing it myself. So yay. All right, let's...
I would say the game's in the worst place it's ever been in. Oh, that's not true. Shadowkeep was fucking horrible.
Shadowkeep was bad. Last season, though, was from Shrouded standards, which usually is pretty much like the dips and the increases are pretty much the same as just Destiny in general, because you know we've got a big enough base that we kind of stay the same. Last season was the worst season that we have ever had, probably since year one.
I think a lot of that is just a factor of the fact that the expansion itself is fucking awful. You know.
Yeah, Lightfall wasn't good, and Season of Defiance was, and a lot of people like Deep in the Inception, but not after like 4 weeks. They were done. They were just like, okay, this is boring, real fast. And then they ruined one of the 2 activities with the exotic quest, and they never put in a fix for it. So then people could only do salvage, which was a decent 6-man activity, but it wasn't.
I like
great.
this activities for this season more. I can already kind of tell that they have a lot more like replayability value than Any other seasonal activities for Deep?
Hold on, I gotta shut my door. Children. I like the one where you can just drop in and play for like 2 hours if you wanted to. You don't have to get out. You
Yeah.
don't have to do anything.
I've been grinding that to reset my rank for the ship, and it's not that bad.
Yeah, I've been liking that a lot. Jesus. Dying. Okay, let's continue on. Fix an issue with some cloak model was partially offset and no one cares. That's a Trials cloak, right? Hunter Trials cloak? Right?
Yeah.
That's that stupid looking one. With the big
Which
shoulder
one?
things
There's
that
more
shoot
than
out.
one. There's more than one stupid looking Trials cloak.
Is it the one with like the shoulders that go out really far?
I don't know. I don't remember
alright.
the specific set it comes from.
Now I have to look it up to see if I'm right. I want to see if I'm smart in this game or if I'm stupid. I'm probably stupid, but...
All right. While he's doing that.
No, I'm stupid.
Fixed
It's the
an
wrong
issue.
one.
Okay.
Oh, this one? All right.
Yeah.
Fix an issue. So these are weapon stuff. Hold on. I gotta go yell at kids. You can read it if you want.
All right.
Yeah, that's a Trials of Osiris cloak.
Yeah, it's one of them. Weapons. They fixed loadouts with the swapping ornaments and making the wrong model appear for the gun that you're using. That was also crashing matchmade activities. So they fixed that. However, even though they fixed that, there is now a new bug with loadout swapping that can give you infinite special ammo. So,
Okay, why
Oh,
don't
you
you
gotta-
tell me how that works?
so you make sure your loadouts all have a different special ammo weapon,
Okay.
and you just rapidly switch between them as fast as you can, over and 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 over. If you do it fast enough, it will overload your game's cache and then start adding, instead of keeping your special ammo where it's at, it'll start adding special ammo to your count. As long as you're doing it fast enough.
This sounds like way too much work.
It's just changing your loadouts super fast.
Yeah.
Just clicking on different loadouts over and over and over and over and over again.
I feel like I could just go pick up some ammo.
Apparently, they didn't fix it. Someone put in SLS, one of the SLS chats earlier, that someone already figured out another cheese and put a video on YouTube, and it's getting a lot of attention, so they might disable loadouts for day one.
That would be some funny shit.
It would, but it would also suck.
Stupid
Loadout.
fucking influencers. They keep ruining the game. Just keep your mouth shut. It's not hard.
I don't care if they disable loadouts in the game, honestly.
I fucking do.
I had
live without them now.
I had all my loadouts saved also as dim loadouts. The very first thing I do after I save a loadout in the game is I go to dim and I save it as a dim loadout. Just in case some of this bullshit happens, I can still get up my stuff.
Yeah, but
and right now,
you can't use a dim loadout in the raid.
Well, you can't use a loadout currently in the raid either because it won't pull from your vault.
So have the weapons on you. Like who
That's
doesn't
fine.
do that?
I've never had a loadout and like had the weapon in the vault. I didn't even know that was a feature.
I have more loadouts set up for this activity than I can, with more different weapon options than I can hold weapons. So I'll be using dim to swap around if I need to. And then I can use the loadout feature. Once that pulls it from the vault, I can then use the loadout feature in the game to just mass apply everything.
All right, whatever. Weirdos.
You're just a different breed, man. Like I've never used dim loadouts. I honestly didn't even know you could do that until like a week ago.
Yeah, I saved all my loadouts from last season that way. And so when loadouts broke here, it was no big deal because I could still pull all my stuff. No problem.
I think it's different though. It's not an instant switch. Like there's a huge difference between the in-game loadouts and the dim loadouts. Like I get dim loadouts make it convenient to like pull everything you need or whatever it is, but being able to switch between ad clear and like DPS mode, like single target DPS mode on the fly, is why people like loadouts so much. It's not it's not having to move your guns around and dim, because that's fine. That takes like 2 seconds. Just boop 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 boop, done 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 done. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care. You guys are cool. I actually don't care if it's disabled or not. But my point is, I hate that content creators just want clicks so much that they know that this shit's gonna get disabled if they put a video out on it, and they do it anyway. Because they need their monies, you know? They need their monies. Whatever, I don't care. All right, let's continue on. Dog's like, what the fuck is happening? Cute dog though. I like its eyes.
His name is Hank.
Cool. All right. Fix an issue. The Origin perk special 2 artifact perk was not correctly overcharging the Aramite fusion. Oh, rifle. Sorry, hiccups now. Bria's Love Scout from season 22. Cool. Nice. Combatants fixed an issue where unstoppable taken phalanxes couldn't be damaged on their crit spot. Ugh, gross. I'm glad they fixed that. Fixed an issue where the strand-related bounties were only displayed if strand was the equipped class. That's funny. Vendors fix an issue where certain exotics in a Monument of Lost Lights required the wrong entitlements. Okay. Cool. Fix an issue where the vendor UI would display during conversations with Ikora. Alright. Pretty standard stuff. Let's move on to This Week in Destiny. There's not like I said, there's not a lot of stuff in here that talk about day one a bunch. So let's take a quick look at it. Look right here. What does that say? It says,
I didn't read
you
it today.
will need. This isn't the only time they've said it. This is just a reiteration. Anyway, they said it a week ago or something. I'm pretty sure, but maybe even longer. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, you'll need to be 1790 power to be at the cap for all the encounters to take on the raid. To give our this I found really interesting. So to give our servers some room to breathe, there will be no bounty or weapon crafting progress for combatant kills below boss tier within King's Fall and Crota's End while contest mode is enabled. So I'm not worried about this specifically, but it made me really understand. So King's Fall and Crota's End must exist on the same server somewhere, which is funny to me. Like, I don't understand how like game servers actually work, but also to give their servers a break. So it must take server capacity to calculate the experience that's coming in on the guns and increasing them, and it takes away from the server capacity that holds the raids. And to me, like, when I read that, I was just like, okay, my mind's a little bit blown with how you even build a game at this point. Because I was just like, how is Destiny or any game of this caliber or this size even holding together if this is the type of shit that you have to worry about?
It takes server capacity to do everything, and
Yeah.
and if one person kills an enemy with a craftable weapon, that weapon earns experience, and then that data is saved on the server, so that if you were to log off right after that and log right back in, then the experience that you just earned for that weapon is saved. So every kill that everybody makes with a crafted weapon is saved somewhere on some server for the game, and to remove that would be like a huge alleviation for the game servers.
I get that, and I get but I find it funny that people earning experience in King's Fall is going to affect Crota's End.
Imagine, Agreener, a world where some 4chan trolls or some deep Reddit trolls decide we're going to organize a movement to get as many people AFK farming in the Golgoroth maze as possible during day one to take up whatever resources have to go into this thing, and it fucks up the day one, and Bungie's forced to plug the AFK farm in Golgoroth's maze forever.
Oh my god, it would be the end of the world. I didn't do that last season. Oh wait, did I? Maybe. I don't remember. I don't think I did. I only ended the season at like 210, so it seems unlikely that I bothered. But yeah, I just think it's when I read it, I thought it was funny. It's like, okay, so they need to disable my weapons in King's Fall or my weapons XP in King's Fall, so it doesn't affect Crota's End. But if I want to go to Vault of Glass and level up my weapons, that's all good. It does, like there's no affection. So it's like, okay, so King's Fall and Crota's End living on the same server, blah 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 blah. I just thought it was really interesting in concept and like how things actually work and their strands that are connected to each other and. A little bit of mind blowing, and it made me wonder what else is connected to each other. Like, is the seasonal activity connected to Vault of Glass? You know, is the is GOS connected to like the moons on or lost sectors on the moon? You know, just like things like that. I thought it was interesting. Anywho, all right, let's continue on. Next, I'm not gonna read. Well, they might hear. Okay. So, first off, if you complete day 1 and the challenges, you get the exotic. No RNG, baby.
Nope.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, they announced that today. You get Necrochasm. There's a bounty. Player must acquire the Bottomless Pit quest from the raid vendor during the 48-hour contest mode period in Crota's End, and will have the quest automatically marked as complete and all rewards placed in their inventory immediately. So basically, the rewards. Hold on.
Ignore that ping.
Okay. The rewards we're getting are Husk of Pit, Eidolon's Alley, Fully Masterworked, and Necrochasm. So basically, if though I'm gonna get this right away anyway, I'm not gonna listen to the retroactive stuff. So the first thing I'm doing right at 2 o'clock is going to get Bottomless Pit, and then I'm going into Crota's End. And then yeah, if we're able to complete it, contest mode, boom, Necrochasm. I don't have to worry about any fucking RNG for this raid. I'm already gonna have the shit that I want. There's a bunch of other shit in here that I don't care about. But
I wonder if that is to keep people engaged, even though they're going to be upping the difficulty to make it so it's not like a Ron experience was.
They've probably noticed in the past a huge fall off if people don't win. So here they probably implemented this so people are like, oh, maybe I should keep going so I can get the exotic right away, because it's the guaranteed raid exotic. So I think it's cool.
Necrochasm is my main gun in D1, so I'm really excited about it.
Oh, there you go. So we have to complete it, and we get that plus. I assume these are other guns. Husk of Pit and Idle and Alley. Whatever. Maybe. I don't know. And then during contest mode, you can get the weapon catalyst. Just going ham. But I don't think you can complete it. It won't let you complete the catalyst during contest mode. It'll only let you get 20 out of 35 of these oversouls. Something like that. I don't really know exactly what it is, but they didn't want people to be able to complete the catalyst, I guess, on day 1. So they dropped some bunch of rewards here. I'm going to show them on the screen.
That ring is sick. It's so much better than the King's Fall ring was.
So this one's for completing the raid in the first 2 weeks. I guess it's more like a week and a half, but yeah. Before the second reset after this, you'll be able to buy the ring. This one is before like the end of the season, easy, so you can get the pin. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, no, it's the same. This is sick. I like that they're like leaning into this Displate partnership. Displate's pretty expensive to get shipped because it's like in Japan or something, but I have one. They're really nice. And this shit here, this looks awesome.
It does look awesome.
I'm mixed. I like the idea of displates until I had one.
Mm-hmm.
But all of my art, and I've got a bunch of it in my office especially, it's all framed art. So when I put things on the wall that don't match that same aesthetic, they look off and weird. It's kind of sad. I wish they would offer this as a regular print, because I would buy one and fucking frame that shit and put it on my wall.
I might actually get this because I think it's really cool. What I'm hoping is Displayed allows you to buy like the smaller version of their things, which is here. I'll show you.
While he's grabbing that, this would be really sick as one of their light up displays.
So
Yeah, that's. I was just wondering if it lights up or not. That's what I
Yeah.
imagine.
mine
it
doesn't
does,
light up,
right?
but so this it's about this big, one piece, right? So they're not huge. This is a standard one, so it would look it's probably this size for that. Now, you can for anything on their regular website, you can increase it to 4 of these. I'd point my camera over at it, and then you put them all beside each other to make a giant photo, which is what I have. Obviously, this is just the top left corner of mine. So I'm wondering. My point is, if I can upgrade to that, because I hate how small this is. I wouldn't want a photo this big.
No.
I want something 4 times this big, which is what I have. And I'm willing to pay 4 times more for it because it costs 4 times more. But
What if this was available as one of their new LED light up versions of their displays?
I haven't seen that, so I still
Those
don't
are
want.
really
I
the
still don't want a
only
little
ads.
one. I find something this big looks weird. It should be bigger. All right, I'm gonna hang this back up. I'll be right back. Feel free to talk.
This is the IRL stream podcast, man.
Sorry,
Everybody's walking around.
I was grabbing my vape charger. Yeah, no, I would 100% buy this if it lit up and if it was big enough. I wonder if you can look on the store to see how big it is. Let's see.
Let's take a look.
Oh, can you even see it in the store unless you have?
You probably can't
Yeah,
see it.
you
yet.
can.
Oh, is there?
It's $90. It's 18 by 13.
So it's the size of the thing I just held up.
Yeah, it's a regular size display.
Damn, that's kind of sucky.
However, you want to know, I could probably just take a screenshot of this and have them make me one on their website. They're not too worried about copyright. They live in Japan. I wouldn't do that. Okay, and then if you get the if you finish the seal, you can buy this shit. And this is, I mean, I'm never gonna have one of these, but it'd be cool to win one. I'm just not that. That's not. I don't play Destiny that much. I'm never gonna you always just watch these day one world's first raids after they go out on YouTube afterwards, and just the way they play the game is just it's not in me. But it would be really cool to get one of these and have you get your player name on it, and it's a really cool belt you can hang on the wall. It's really neat. Okay, so next is they're doing Twitch Rivals once again with some commentators, Professor Broman, Rec, Adam Savage. I only know Broman, but whatever. This will be taking part in Twitch Rivals, our Fire team. So if you watch us on this channel tomorrow at 2 o'clock on, you'll earn this emblem for free, just for watching. As long as your Destiny and Twitch account are connected, by the way. So make sure you do that.
Wonder how long it's going to be. Does it say in here how many minutes you got to watch?
Yeah, I know exactly how long it is. Should I tell anyone?
You gotta watch 2 hours.
2 hours.
You gotta watch.
You
gotta watch
can
12
meet your tab
hours.
for 2 hours.
12 hours. 12 hours, everyone.
Listen, everybody. Once you've done your 2 hours with Greener, come on over to my stream.
Who are you running day one with, Wrecked?
Some folks from Apex.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so did I miss anything up here? Not really, no. Okay.
No, you're good.
So next part is they're talking about Iron Banner, which I don't know why, because no one cares. I'm just kidding. They don't care.
Because it's next week.
Yeah, I know. So, well, Oh, that is next week. Okay, cool. Anyway, so we've got 2 weapons. We got Strand high impact scout rifle, and then we got the return. Wait, is this new?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think so. I think they're both.
I think it'll be the second Strand Scout rifle in the game.
Well, we got the one from Guardian Games.
Yeah.
The guiding sight is a returning weapon, but it's a returning weapon, but it's been modified to fit the new paradigm.
I was going to say it's a returning weapon. It must not have been Strand before. That's the difference? No. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. So Guiding Sight is coming back as a Strand high-impact scout rifle. Point of the stag, we all know that that's been in the game forever. But it's coming back, so boop, boop. You got some new, probably some new of these shits. It's all the stuff that you can get in it. So you can take a look, see if there's some a new god roll for any of these things. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, what's this? What's Nadir's focus? Do we know what that is?
We don't know what the new origin trait does, no.
Why isn't it on Point of the Stag?
Because Skulking Wolf is the Iron Banner origin trait, and the Nadir, Focus, and Well card are Foundry traits.
Okay. Whatever. Cool. All right, so next week, Fortress. Fuck. I hope they turn Banner of War back on. I think Fortress will be really good for that.
Well, here's the important thing about Iron Banner. It's not going to be like last season where we had Iron Banner and then 2 weeks later we had Iron Banner again.
No, we don't. We've got
so they've spaced it out. They're all a month apart, thankfully.
Yeah, 9/5, 10/10, 11/14, and then we got Fortress Control and Fortress. Okay, so 2 weeks of Fortress. They know that people like Control better than Fortress, right?
They know that people like Supremacy a lot. I don't know why that's not here.
Ooh, they did really like Supremacy. That was fun too. Weird. All right, we got to finish up here soon. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to show this on screen. Why is there a bunch of pictures of turtles?
I mean, there's text right there.
I think they adopted turtles.
In August, in August this year, scarring the depths of Titan in this season of the... Bungie partnered with 5 content creators and their awesome communities to raise funds for Brazil, Progetto... whatever, which uses scientific research, community education, and sustainable tourism to help sea turtles live and thrive. Our goal was to raise enough money over the course of 5 days to adopt 1 turtle through their Adopt a Turtle program, but our guardians exceeded all expectations and we were able to adopt not 1, but 7 turtles. Introducing Cade 96, Kaidal, Filamentosa, Asha, Sasquipola, Tidorina, Sagira, and Forbus. Okay, so I guess Bungie adopted all these turtles. Cool. And a big thank you to the creators. Cavaco, I never heard of him. Vanguard, I know that guy. Oh, Everson, never heard of him. Mario Jr., never heard of him. And Legendario GG, never heard of him. Cool. All right. Awesome. That was interesting stuff. They talk more about cabbage errors and shit. I don't really care about that stuff. They always talk. I mean, they just want to communicate with the community that always tells them that they don't communicate enough. But all that stuff is saying is like, yeah, we know we have these errors. We're working on making these errors not happen as often. Like, duh. I mean, we all know that, right? I hope so. Anyway. They removed something from rotation and the cabbage error subsided. What was it? All right, hold on. Chris missed the step. Not shut down. They did, hold on. Destiny code deployed. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, some cloud servers. They removed them from rotation, I guess. I don't know. I didn't read it enough. I'm not too worried about it. What is this all about? But what about stasis? People grumpy about stasis right now.
We're getting artifact mods for stasis next season. It's not going to just be strand.
What are you talking about?
What it says.
We got stuff for all the light subclasses this season. Not strand.
Strands on all of them. What do you mean?
Strand is not on my.
They're all paired with strand.
My void orb artifact mod. I don't know what you're talking about.
Strand is in that same column. The point is, there hasn't been any dedicated stasis mods since Witch Queen launched.
Stasis.
Or Lightfall launched. Since Lightfall launched. There's not been one stasis mod. And we've not had a stasis focus on anything. And they're fixing
it's
that.
The
That's
year
what
of
that's what that blob says.
Right.
Well, that blurb says otherwise.
All right. Fine. Prime up gaming update. There's a new one. Go get your free shit if you have Amazon Prime. Also, while you're getting your free shit, go over to twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming and use your Prime sub on us.
Also, there's an emblem in that package that's not listed.
Ooh, there's an emblem in this package that's not listed. There you go. Yep. Oh, it says right here. Dawn of Invention, exotic. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Never mind. It does say, oh my God, I keep reading emblem here where it says emote. Never mind. All right. Brain broken. Bump. All right. Raid contest mode disables. Let's get into it. Tessellation exotic fusion rifle.
Knew what that was going to happen?
Yep. There was an issue with the grenade suckage and infinite grenade ammo.
Mm-hmm.
Bad stuff. The Warlock Weavewalk aspect currently disabled everywhere. Well, it says all raids and PvP activities. So, is it in regular PvE stuff still?
Yeah, I've been using it in seasonal activities.
I don't know. A Titan Banner of War aspect. I mean, obviously.
Well, it wouldn't. It might not have been. They tend to disable stuff that's overtuned anyway, but this one had a specific issue where that if you had two Titans that both had it active at the same time and you were overlapped in their auras, all of the benefits of the War Banner were doubled for everybody in the aura.
So effectively invincible.
And massive damage boost.
Oh, well, you're getting 80% if there's two of them then, right?
I don't know if it stacked, if it was additive or multiplicative,
okay, yeah.
But you were getting the double bonus.
Wow, so that would have been crazy. Yeah, it's probably good to have that.
Going like 3 Titans, 4 Titans.
I only heard that if you had 2, it was you're getting a double stack. Nobody mentioned anything about there being any more than that.
You imagine you got 40% for everyone. You just bring 6 Titans into day 1. You pop on fucking rockets or linears or some shit. All of you stand in that fucking thing and you get to, what is that, 40, 80, 120, 160, 200% damage bonus. Oh, wait, no, like 240.
Crota 240. We don't need a well. We're just up in his grill with Lament and War Banner going.
Oh my God, that would be crazy. You're right, Lament. Yeah, you're all just fucking beating on him with a 240% damage buff.
Oh.
He'd be dead so fast. Yeah. It'd be absurd. All right, anyway, that one's good. The Foe Tracer exotic helmet has been disabled. I heard that that's broken, but I haven't really tested it or tried. What's it doing exactly?
It's not broken. It's just very good. It's very easy to stack a damage bonus, and when you combine it with the new Hunter aspect, the spinning tangles of doom or whatever, everyone's calling them Beyblades, they do an obscene amount of damage.
Okay. So it's just too strong for day 1. Got it.
Yeah, I think this is just too strong for day 1.
Elemental munitions mod. What's wrong with that?
It's another one where there's nothing specifically broken about it. It's just too strong to be in the day 1 raid.
Okay. And then the Overload hand cannon mod, basically they remove that to fix malfeasance.
Yeah, and that lets us know that there's no Overload champions, right? Hopefully? Question mark?
There might be. There's other Overload weapons.
Gonna force you to use a machine gun.
Or jolt. You can just jolt them. Use arc. Right?
Gross. Who uses arc?
Or use Thunderlords, which is a machine gun. Anyway, we're good. Yeah, so that's all the stuff that's being disabled. Blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Loadouts re-enabled. We already talked about that. Sonar station vendor. There's a problem with it? No bannies? Fuck's sake.
You're gonna skip over the Gallahorn nerf?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what this is? Wait, hold on. What is
Yeah.
this shit?
All right.
All right, hold on. Let me read it. Beginning of the launch season, which Galsword behavior was slightly altered. This was due to the recent fix and issue causing projectiles to inadvertently damage immune enemies. The side effect to this fix has unintentionally impacted how Gallahorn operates. Due to Gallahorn's boss DPS dominance... Did you see him bark? Sorry.
Shut the fuck up. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
You
so
bitch.
funny. I even see it out of the corner of my eye. Anyway, due to Gallahorn's boss DPS dominance, we had previously planned to dial down the damage in a future update. But this unintentional change resulted in similar changes to those planned. The current behavior of Gallahorn will be maintained while we monitor performance. So basically, they broke it, and the broken version of it was similar to what they had planned on doing. So now they're just going to leave it.
Here's what was happening. All right, prior to this change.
Yep.
Gallahorn did not just give a flat bonus in terms of damage to everybody that got Wolfpack rounds. All right, the bonus that people were getting would scale with the number of people that were benefiting from Wolfpack rounds. So if you had a full fire team of 1 Gallahorn and 5 other rockets, they were getting something like an 81% damage boost overall for the whole fire team, right? The change they made, it no longer is stacking. It's just a flat 27% damage bonus. That's the most anybody will be able to get off of Wolfpack rounds, period, no matter how many of them you have.
Okay.
So apparently this is where they were trying to tune it down to anyway. But this was not in the patch notes at all, because it was, as they say, an unintended break that they put into the game.
Cool. All right, so it's not as strong as it used to be, which is fine. Galley was always really strong. Well, I mean, rockets were really strong because of Gallahorn, so, and they would overtake a lot of that damage. Like, I prefer things to be brought up to that level, but at least it might change the meta a little bit. All right. They talk about, yeah, we already did that. Special deliveries kiosk. What's wrong with that?
Amanda must be broken.
Amanda's broken already. Items such as pre-order rewards, secret stash bounties have all been moved off to the crypto. We all knew this. Players missing items should double check. It's just telling us it exists. All right. Known issues. I'd go over known issues, but I've got to get to something, so I'm gonna skip over them. Unless there, did you read any of this? Anything really important in here? Boop, 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 boop.
No.
No.
And no animals other than the turtles.
No animals. It wasn't Hippie, was it?
No, it's Sam.
Fucking Sam. He's the worst.
It's always Sam. He's the
Sam.
only. He's the one that never does it.
You're the worst. All right, let's take a quick look at this art, though. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Are they eating the? Oh my God, they're eating the ghost.
That's Eris, yeah, taking a bite.
Oh shit, that's fucked.
Having a little chomp of Imaru.
God.
God, I hope he dies at the end of this season.
It's
Fucking
bleeding.
kill that
Dude.
bitch.
Jesus Christ.
That's fucked up. I like. Oh yeah.
No,
Well, this says Eris devouring her son. Okay. I don't know about that, but.
that's okay.
Okay, weird. Oh, more Eris. Right on. That looks good. That looks good. Just by J Chan TM. Mad. How do people make this shit? It's fucking crazy. That looks good. All right. Anyway. Yeah. All right. That's the tweet. That's all the Destiny news we have for all you nerds today. All right, so at the end of the podcast, we typically plug something if we have something to plug, i.e. like a Twitch channel or, I don't know, a TV show you like or something. I don't fucking know. Whatever you want. So we're going to do some plugs. You got anything to plug, Rick?
I'll be streaming the raid after you're done watching Greener. Assuming he's not entertaining, you can come visit me.
I'm always entertaining.
Twitch.tv/Mr_Wrecked.
You know what you can do? You can watch 2 streams at once.
Yeah, you can multi-stream us. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Come help me get affiliate so I can be on the Shrouded stream team.
That's a good one. Do it. There's no bonuses related to the stream team. You get pinged out, but I'm pretty sure everybody has that channel muted because I always go to their streams and nobody's there.
That's because we're all boring. All of us wannabes.
I put a tweet out recently to hope to like garner interest from other streamers that are actually like popular, but nobody answered. I was like, oh. Which made me sad because there's a lot of like lower end Destiny streamers, like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 viewers, you know, that don't have stream teams. And I'm like, hey, I might be able to pick some of them out. I think I probably just have to reach out to them directly. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, is that it? That's all you got?
Also, go vote the recruitment thread right now. Do it right now. Right now. Go do it.
And I'm gonna put out a new one tomorrow, so wait until then. We're already out like 7th on the first page, so once you lose first place, you just like fly down it like crazy. We were first place last night. I checked this morning. We were in 4th, but I was able to use all my accounts to get us back up to 3rd because I have a bunch of accounts, obviously. And then I checked before the stream. We were like 8th or 9th or something. So I was like, oh, I gotta make a new one for tomorrow, baby. Let's go. All right. You got anything you want to talk about?
Well, I'll be joining you. I'm on your team for stream, so everybody show up for that. It'll be me, Tacos, Cookie, Biggie, and Not This Way. So hopefully we'll do good. And TV shows, I don't know. My favorite show right now is The Foundation on Apple TV. It's pretty fucking good. So,
what's The Foundation?
It's a new series made by Apple TV. It's super sci-fi. It's really good. It's about like way up in the future, and like the galaxy is ruled by like a genetic dynasty. Like an emperor decided that when he died, he didn't want to have like his son inherit his empire. He wanted to clone himself into his like teenage form,
sure,
his middle-aged form, and his old form, and they like rule the empire together. And
I think I saw ads of that on TikTok for season 2. Season 2 just come out?
Yeah, and it's season 1's fucking awesome. Season 2 is okay, but it's still pretty good. And then this like genius professor comes along and like invents a new concept called psychohistory, which can predict the future based off of like human behavioral patterns. And he puts himself into like a quantum computer so he can live forever. So it's basically like a chess match between two like immortal entities for like control of the galaxy. It's a pretty good fucking show. I like it a lot.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. I like sci-fi shit. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first. Go watch Foundation if you're a sci-fi nerd. I'm gonna plug obviously the Day One Raid Twitch stream, just like Falacy did. So on this channel, or if you're watching this on YouTube, tomorrow or Saturday or Friday, I don't know, whenever I upload it. You either already missed it, or you can go over to twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming and you can watch for at least 2 hours while we beat our heads against the wall in the Day One Raid. Crota's in. You can earn yourself an emblem, and then you're more than welcome to stick around for a little while and just watch. Or not. I don't care. It's up to you.
Speaking of which, the server issues kind of made me think about this. Should we join the game like 30 minutes before raid time because of server throttling? You know? Because I feel like they're definitely going to throttle the servers.
Last during Ron it was fine, but who knows really what's gonna happen. You could probably log in early and get into the fire team for sure. But I have a meeting from 11 to 12 anyway, so I'm definitely won't be getting on before 12.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's an hour before launch anyway.
Word.
Just gotta type this. Just finish. Okay. Yes, what else? Oh, if you stumbled on this podcast and you're not in the Shrouded Gaming community, check out our Discord. We have a huge Destiny community, a bunch of clans all over the world, time zones, East Coast NA, West Coast NA, EU, just wherever. We got some Australians too, so you guys can make some friends if you're from down under. You can get into our Discord by going to shroudedgaming.com/discord. Yeah, that's about it. If you're in the community and you don't come to the community streams on Tuesday, you should check them out, twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. We give away lots of final shapes, lots of silver, and we have a good time, talk about the community, and make fun of me. It's fun. Twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. Check it out. And that's about it. That's what we have for you guys for episode 31 of This Week at Shrouded. I'd like to thank our guest, Falacy and Mister Wrecked. Once again, I was your host, Agreener. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good night.